So, July 12th, what have you got for us? I'm filming this during this void full moon, okay? So, I hope we're all doing okay. So let's look at July 12th, which is Saturn in Aries retrograde eve. Fantastic, right? We get an Aquarius moon, and then tomorrow that moon's ruler goes fucking void. No, the moon's ruler goes retrograde for the first time since it's moved to Aries. So it's our first Saturn in Aries retrograde for like 30 years. How exciting. I think I looked it up, and the last time we had a Saturn in Aries retrograde was like October 1998. So why don't you have a little think about what you were doing then? Okay, so the moon will be in Aquarius, right? So that's going to be good, because what we've been kind of shown with this Capricorn full moon is like things that need to be let go of from the past, right? Like patterns that need to be let go of from the past. At the same time as we're letting go of those patterns, we need to be kind of reconfiguring our life, right? Like revising what's important to us. What does success mean to us? What does family mean to us, right? So we're in this kind of revision process. So when we get the Aquarius moon, thank fuck, we're going to be able to like get up to the side of everything and look down, right? Aquarius looks at everything, looks at the whole entire picture from a different perspective. So the Aquarius moon is going to help us do what we need to do to move through this Capricorn moon, right? And then, so it's going to let us see what we need to see, and then its ruler goes retrograde. So we're immediately in a revision state when it comes to our inner belief system, right? So it's actually quite helpful. Okay, so 1:30 a.m. on the 12th. Stress. So like we're ending today, the 11th, we're ending today with a square to the childhood wound. Okay, literally at 10 o'clock tonight. We don't have another aspect until 1:30 in the morning. So at 10 o'clock tonight, square to your childhood wound, right? Taking responsibility for where your life is based on your childhood wound that you haven't worked on. Fun. Happy Friday night. Okay, so then 1:30 a.m., bit of stress with how you're moving forward, right? Probably being too fucking judgmental of yourself, okay? Or someone's being too fucking judgmental of you, right? But then at 3:42 a.m., the moon trines Uranus. Hello, thank you so much, okay? So at 3:21 a.m., the moon will move into Aquarius, and then half an hour later, it's going to trine with Uranus newly in Gemini, okay? So Aquarius's rulers are Saturn and Uranus, okay? So this is the day before Saturn goes retrograde, and Uranus has just moved to Gemini. So it's like the first aspect that this Aquarius moon makes is with Uranus in Gemini, really allowing some kind of evolution energy, some chaos within the internal system that wants you to rebel against what everybody thought you fucking were supposed to be, okay? And so then just before 6 a.m., that's going to shift where you think you're going, what your goal is, right? Something's shifting within that space. And it's almost like the way that you have been trying to head towards perfection based on these outdated bullshit fucking rules that you had for yourself that don't belong to you anymore, that sort of perfection seeking has now been made clear, right? And we realize, oh my God, I didn't do that thing because I was worried how somebody else would see it. And now if I think, well, I'm going to allow myself to do whatever I need to do, then you're going to need to shift that goalpost, because I bet you it can be a much taller goalpost, a much more weird goalpost, something that fulfills you a lot more, okay? And then at 7 and 7:20, we get the moon sextiling Saturn and then Neptune, okay? So Saturn about to go retrograde, it comes in and it goes, right, okay, so now under this Aquarius moon, now that we're seeing things from a different perspective, what are you building? How are we going to build this? How are we starting this shit off? What are we doing? Okay. And then we're sextiling Neptune, who is already retrograde in Aries, asking us to kind of like, what have you already built from the dream? And how can you use that to now pivot a little bit, right? And then 8:41 a.m. conjunction to Pluto. This day is rebellion. Okay. This day is rebellion, but it's not like fighting rebellion. It's like excellent rebellion. It's allowing you to rebel against your inner programs. Okay, so this is the moon conjunct Pluto, both in Aquarius, right? Pluto is in retrograde as well, so this is a lot of inner work stuff, right? So it's almost like we're going into the inner world and we are finding the weirdest fucking parts of ourselves and we are pulling them out, getting them out of the closet, get them out of the treasure chest, bring them out into the open, right? If you are going out tomorrow, I want you to put on the outfit that makes you feel the most powerfully yourself. I don't care how fucking weird that looks. I don't care if that is quite literally a 3-piece fucking suit and a pair of Diamante high-heeled fucking thigh-high boots. This is the day. This is the day for it, okay? So then at 11 a.m., the sun trines the North Node. Another great aspect because the sun is in Cancer, so it's very nurturing kind of energy. And it's like driven, right? Because the sun being like what warms us, what gives us motivation, right? And so it's looking now at the goal, the North Node in Pisces. Where are we going? How is that spiritually connected to you? Let's fucking go. Let's nurture ourselves all the way through to it, right? And so something within that space is going to be too wishy-washy for you, right? Cancer and Pisces. So something kind of under delusion, something requiring something that's like a deep kind of emotional space. And so because of that, the moon in Aquarius is going to make a little semi-square to the North Node after you've had this big sun moment kind of come in, right? So 10:57, we're confident, we're going forward. 12:27, we're going to hit a little bump. We're going to hit a little bump around that time because there is something within how you're still viewing family that needs to be let go of, you need to compromise a little bit on it. And so it's like you had this big moment with the sun in Cancer, looking at the North Node where you're heading and if that's spiritually and emotionally connected to who you are, but it likely there was still a little something that needed to be looked at, right? And so then we get this energy of like, okay, all right, so with this in mind, with this idea of like, okay, I didn't quite grasp the idea that like maybe something, the way that I saw family, the way that I saw my responsibilities within family, how that's kind of not really allowed me to think this through from my full authentic self. And it's not that you have to let go of the responsibilities. It's like you have to shift them to the side for a second to sort of go, how do I authentically feel about this if I wasn't programmed from the past to have these responsibilities within a family space, okay? Within the home, within like the safety kind of space. And then like something within how you are judging yourself as someone who's motivated, as someone who takes charge, as someone who's going towards a goal, the way that you are judging yourself, something within there needs to be let go of. You're putting energy into that still, right? So it's like, I know where I'm going. Hang on a minute. Is that authentic to me? No, because if I actually thought of it from who I was as a person, I'd probably do it this way. So I'm going to stop putting energy into this thing that I wouldn't do if I was allowed to authentically do it myself. Okay. Then 7:07, moon in Aquarius, Venus in Gemini, making a trine. We are happy. Okay. This is great energy if you are going out Saturday night. Pretty great energy, okay? I will put a little warning out, though, that don't overdo it on Saturday night because there is a massive guilt shame aspect at 1 a.m. on the 13th, okay? And Big Daddy Saturn, the karmic fucking backhand, is going retrograde on the 13th as well, on the Sunday morning. I think it's Sunday lunchtime. So go out tomorrow night and have a really nice time, okay? Have a really nice time, but don't go to extremes, okay? The energy we're currently experiencing, especially with Neptune in retrograde, is going to be pushing people back into like obsessive and old patterns, like drinking too much, like doing too many drugs, like smoking too many cigarettes, right? And then you wake up 1 o'clock in the morning or you get home and that's the taxi ride home, 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:17, and you are like, oh my God, what did I say? Oh my God, why did I drink too much? Oh my God, I feel sick. I had too many cigarettes, okay? It's that energy. And then Big Daddy Saturn, the karmic fucking backhand at 2 o'clock that day goes retrograde and you are immediately punished. Okay, so great energy though, 7:07 p.m. on the 12th in the evening, moon trine Venus, great for relationships, great for being curious about relationships, great for being weird as fuck in relationships. So July 12th, be weird as fuck. Okay, it really wants you to, and it will really help you. Okay, take it easy for the rest of the day. Like I said in a video earlier, tap out of work early. I hope you fucking did, okay? Stay weird, especially today, the 12th. That's what it was made for. And take it easy if you go out, okay?